8 braziers, all comfortably lit up. Lovely stuff. I'm sure nothing can go wrong by venturing up here and seeing what's what. The old Hallowhorn grounds, you say? I don't remember you glowing last time we came up, but let's give you a poke anyway. Yeah, this doesn't bode well. Where are we? Over there somewhere. Cool. Is there any good loot to be had in here? Doesn't look like it. It's very much just a... There's a boss room ahead. And that's about it. Now, wolf's going to be best? Or jelly? Maybe we'll go with wolves. See what happens. The ancestor spirit, you say? Okay. Right. Okay, it's not really doing much at this point. It's also quite agile. And yeah, it's not terribly strong. And it's got mule kicks, but they're pretty high, so that's fine. Don't like that. Ouch. Okie doke, so it's not the softest enemy in the world, but it's also not the toughest. And the music's nice. Right, so we stay away from whatever that heckin' stuff is. And then we kind of jump through. I could do without these stutters whilst we're in boss fights, though. Are you dead? You look dead. Ancestral follower ashes. That's that pain in the ass that shoots you with arrows, by the look of it. Nice. So I guess we're just in this cave now. Got a decent bounty of runes there. Close to another level. Let's take a quick peek at these ashes while we're at it. Ooh, summons an ancestral follower spirit, and it's just about affordable. The horned folk who eschew letters and metalworking. And yeah, it wields a heavy bow. Nice. 2 bosses down in this area. There's probably not much else we can do around here. So where might we want to go next? We haven't done a lot of Caelid on old Wes. It's probably why he's doing so well compared to some of the others. Maybe we should head up the Altus Plateau. I assume we've got the other half of the Dectus Medallion. Yeah. Have we spoken to Raya? No. More vigour? Our damage is good. Doesn't really seem to need to be higher just yet. So maybe we want to speak to Raya before we go there, but let's see if we can't get ourselves the talisman right now. Any other loot worth grabbing in here? Don't think so. And that's the other half of our medallion. Lovely. So we've got down there. And then what was in that direction? Another bit of down there, but a different bit. Let's go this way. See what's what. Someone tried to jump they shouldn't have by the look of it there. Now, are there any mans up here? Because if there are, they're probably quite tough. But I don't see any. Curious. But we do have droppable points. Well, that's a different ladder, isn't it? But we don't need a ladder, we can just throw ourselves down. We only need the ladder if we're fleeing like a coward. Rats. Jeez, how tough is this rat? 3 hits from a big strong boy. It's a pretty tough rat. Golden Rune 12. That shows you that we're not meant to be anywhere near here right now. But that's fine. Now what's down that bit? Death? Looks a lot like it. Yeah, it's just more of those bat buggers. We have got some arrows though. We can see what sort of damage we can do to them. Once we can see one that we can get a clean shot on. Like that one, if he wasn't hiding perfectly behind that pillar. The son of a gun. Yeah, that would take all day. We're not faffing around with that. We are well out of somewhere we should be right now. Oh, jeez. Where'd you come from, you bugger? It's worth a lot of runes. And that's where we climbed up. Yep. I'm hearing people spawning behind us. 2 of them. Yep. We're about to die. God, is that even more of them spawning in? Or are they just teleporting about the gap? No, there's more of them. Oh, that's one confused, hopefully. Although they probably can climb ladders, can't they? I'm sure they can. Yeah, God, they're everywhere now. Leg it. And shall we pick up that map marker on our way out? And then we'll go and see Riot. And then we'll head up the lift. We'll try and find a Site of Grace. Then we'll pop over to Volcano Manor just to unlock it. And then we'll pop back to Altus and maybe have a little explore around there. Now let's head off to the ruins. Yeah, God, it's night time. We're going to run into Deathbird. I'm going to say probably. Hello, Raya.
Hello, Ezra. Please stop, brave Tarnished. You will only tire by striking this barrier.
Riot.
Besides, I am no foe of yours. Please, think this over.
I am
I
dreadfully
see that you have reconsidered.
sorry.
Thank goodness.
I merely jumped. I did not mean you harm. Wes is just a big clumsy twat is all. Jeez. Yeah, doesn't do a lot of damage jumping, but it does enough that it can aggro NPCs. It's very sad. I deserve to be wrecked by Deathbird after that. But I'm still going to try and fight it. Yike. Well, neither of us are having a great deal of success here. Oh god, Deathbird's getting a bit more in now though. We're over here, mate. Ouch. Yep, he's found us. Oh god, now we've got wraiths on our tail. That's the last thing we need. Fuck. Yeah, if they just stagger us at the wrong time, and this fight becomes infinitely worse. Oh, wrong button. I wanted to feed Torrent some raisins. Stop that. Yeah, it's going alright. Ah, sun's coming up. You better not despawn on me. I mean, can we get the crit off? Nope. But we got the kill. Good lord. And we got the red feathered branch sword. Oh, is that like the when health is low, do the thing? Yeah, it raises attack power when health is low. That's fine. We don't need it, but it's fine. At least Deathbird won't bother Wes again. Not here. No. Where do we leave those runes? Up there. Can we get them without dying? Yep, there were 600 of them. Good to know. Is that prawn boy drop down? I guess we could fight a prawn boy. You think I'd have learned that here is not a good place to be? And yet, here we are again. Oops. I accidentally acquired some materials and pissed off a miner. Yep. Everything about this is not sensible. Maybe we'll just move on with our lives. Although this lad... He's all up in our grill, so he can pay. Yeah, these lads are alright. They can just be backstabbed. It's just those prawn boys that are the problem. You wanna come down? Fight me? No. So yeah, it's a silly place. Let's go somewhere else. I forget if we even had a plan with Trace as to what we were up to. Pop up to the fort, grab the medallion, I guess, whilst we're there, and then head across and unlock the map. That's a start. There we go, that's the other half of the medallion. Whilst we're over here though, let's look for another site grace. Because we'll need it later. There's some shacks, they might have a site. There's also a big dog. We don't want that. There's 2 more big dog. All kinds of nope around this area. And a 3rd big dog. Yeah, that's the forecast for today. Dog. Raining with a chance of dog. Why are you out here, merchant? This is like the worst place in the world, even for your kind. Also, what's happened to your face? Why is it just colours?
Well, there's been an age since I've seen a customer. How can I help here at the end of the earth?
You're like the 3rd one to talk about the end of the earth at this point. Festering fingers, gravelstones. Spiked castus. Nice. Land of Reed's armour. A note about hidden cave and a note about gateway. The beast repellent torch. Sounds curious, but no, we're all good. Another weird tree down there though, by the look. But probably also death, because lots of dogs. Can you get to that Erd tree, or would it just involve falling down and dying? What if you come at it from the smouldering church? Right, you get jumped by like 400 tree guardians. Good to know. But they're also a bit piss actually, so could be worse. Yep, that was bound to happen sooner or later. Yeah, we were better off doing this fight on foot anyway. Now it's most of you goons out of the way. Ouch. He got me with the old jumpy while I was trying to get him with the old jumpy. Nice. But then he wasn't expecting yet more old jumpy, and that's what caught him out. Now, are there any more lads likely to join the fight? Actually, let's stay on horseback for a bit. And summon Luthor. Let's see how we get on. Okay, there goes Torrent. As long as you're not doing sweeping attacks. And we can actually do decent damage. That's nice. Yep. That's Scarlet Rot, so we'll stay over here for a moment. Oh jeez, I didn't realise they were aimed at me. And I also couldn't find my staff because it's on my other hand. Yeah, I'm going to put my staff back on my other hand. There we go. And my bow on there as well. Right, let's try that again. And then we'll get bopped. And then we'll roll off the cliff. I forgot to pick up my runes as well, didn't I? Whoops. And because of that, we didn't actually get close to the stake, so now we're all the way over here. Now, I've remembered that the other great sword I was looking for is elsewhere. But I've also got a better plan now. Sword-wise. But then, there's a lot of things to do. It's the case of which order do we do things in? I think step 1, I want to unlock this map for a start. So let's go do that. I have to check in a minute if I got a second thing yet, a second key for Topes. Because it'd be nice to pick up his stuff as well. It'd be easier than grinding it out from the dudes that drop them in the academy. We do need better staff for our magic stuff. We just need better spells as well, though. And I want to speak to Varre again, see what's going on there. Well, by see what's going on, I mean advance his grinding quest for the rune farm. Yeah, step 1, gather a map. And a Sight of Grace. Now, do we have the Rapture Gesture? We do, so we've spoken to the fingers. That's good. Looks like we might have been to Rose Church. Have we got a bunch of bloody fingers in our inventory? No. So maybe we go back to the Rose Church just to see if we've got Varre to pop up over there. Have we even spoken to Raya? No, it doesn't look like it. We've done barely anything in Liurnia. Well, look. We've been to the Church of Vows, though, yes. And we might have a scroll for Turtle Pope. Carrion Slicer. Then Carrion Greatsword. Might be fun to get some of the sword spells. Leave all the long-range projectile ones to Cherry and just use the sword ones and maybe some gravity ones if we can get them. To sucker people in so we can stab them. But yeah, we've also not got the int for that because our levels aren't high enough for pretty much anything right now. So where do we want to go now? No, it's a Sight of Grace somewhere in these ruins, I believe. Some more Sights of Grace would be nice. Bugger off with your horse-based nonsense. There it is. Nice try, friend. I've got iframes when I'm when I'm lighting a grace. Lighting? Discovering a grace, I guess. Oh, piss off. It'd be real nice if I wasn't in combat and I could actually check my map at this point, but hey ho. That's Liurnia for you. There's always bloody wraiths flying towards you. You're always in combat. Now, pure west was where I was aiming. Good.
Hello.
Hello, Raya.
Hello. It's rather chilly here, isn't it? My mistress, but I was a... Could I ask that thug only if you've...
Oh no, we'll deal with him.
What a blessed thug should please.
Right, to the prawn shack. It's a little old place where we can eat prawns.